Joined on the pregame show by Charlottetown Islanders head coach Jim Hulton. Club coming off a home against Halifax, where the road team wins both. And it's an emotional night last night for Matt Welsh. He gets the win in his 200th game. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, it was a good bounce-back performance. I actually liked our game the other night. We had 48 shots. Gravel was outstanding in here on Wednesday. And we went in, Welsh entering the record book yet again. He had a little gleam in his eye and was not to be denied. He kept the teddy bears in the crowd for most of the night.
What's interesting, you look at this team, they've scored and allowed the same amount of goals, but yet they find themselves in the top third of the league. What kind of black magic is that with the record?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We had a really difficult month of November. We hit the injury bug, which a lot of teams have, but we had one of the toughest travel schedules that I've been. We've already had 3 of our Quebec trips out of the way, but all culminated in the 6-week period between mid-October and the end of November. So took some hits there. We had a couple ugly nights on the road that probably added to the goals against column, but at the end of the day, it's about the wins. Nobody cares what the numbers are as long as the wins are there, and fortunately, they've been there.
It's been a good result for Charlottetown thus far. Of course, it's Christmas time, means the Q trading period's coming up. Do you have a direction decided as to what this team will do? Buy, sell, tinker, what's going to happen in Charlottetown?
Yeah, best defined is probably tweaking and tinkering. We're not in a position like we were a year ago to sell off, and we're not one of the high rent district guys that's in the big buys. So we're going to look to maybe do some tweaking. I think our goal is at the end of the trade period that we're a harder team to play against than we are today, and if we can accomplish that, we'll be happy.
Had Jack Carrier on last night, and he was talking about how crazy the market seems to be already based on all these rumored trades they're seeing come out. How much is your direction based on what you decided before, and how much of it is based on what the market ends up being?
Well, it's a little bit of both. A few years ago, we embarked on a really ambitious buy, and quite frankly, when we did an analysis after, I questioned the validity of it, and I was the one that made the trades. But trying to learn from it moving forward, there's a fine line. That's always influenced us in the past. The second thing is we embarked on a sell-off last year. It's ambitious to think you're going to turn it around in a single year, so we don't consider ourselves willing to mortgage our future the way some of the teams are. I understand if they're in a different position, but for us in this market with our ownership group, we're content with where we are, and if we can make some tweaks and make us better for not only now but also next year, then we'll do it.
It'll be interesting to see it play out. And one of the guys who came as a result of the deals last year, Cedric Paquette, seems to be getting some points lately. Tell us about it.
City's a guy who's had a really tough luck first half in terms of around the net. He's had a number of goal posts and lost his confidence offensively, but in the last probably 5 to 8 games, his speed is back, and I think that's the one prevalent aspect that he has to his game is that speed, and when he's attacking with his legs, good things happen, and I think he's poised to have a really big second half for us.
Finally, we look at tonight's game, an Eagles team you haven't seen in a while. First time they've been here, and an Eagles team maybe a bit desperate after the first 2 games of this road trip. How do you see the game playing out tonight?
Well, you and I joke every time we talk. The games between the Cape and Charlottetown are always extremely competitive, and it's going to be the same thing here tonight. These games are always a bit of a dog's breakfast. You never know what to expect this last game. It's human nature. They're looking forward to getting home.